These are items that are pretty much all profit for us, things that we sell routinely. Hey, it's Don. Today we're going to look at some items that are pretty much all profit. These are items that have just sold where we only have a few cents or $1 at most into, and that have garnered us some massive profits. Now, the vast majority of pretty much anything we have up in this store right here that we share with everybody was purchased in bulk. We have almost nothing into them because of the way we purchase the items. They're not all super top items, but the majority of them will give us some horrendous amount of profit. The ones that aren't worth listing individually will either go back into a lot and we'll list them as a lot, or we'll throw them in a lot and take them to a local auction. If we're not willing to sell them, they just go to someone else and let them sell them. Anything we can offer those items is just extra money. It's something I normally would just discard and be done with. These days, we just take them to an auction house in a big, huge bulk lot and just get rid of stuff that way. Now, this was from a toy purchase, and I do believe I even showed this in a haul not too long ago. This I paid $1 for, literally. I bought a couple of these, two of various different types. Something that's pretty hot. I was really kind of surprised on this one here. We got $27.50, I think, plus shipping on this item here. It's only been up for maybe 3 days at the very most. Now, I've got another one by the very same company here, which is Mask Illusions. I assume the company is a fairly scarce and sought-after name because all of the ones by this company, there were only a few, all were worth some good money. So for $1 on this item, I got a ton of profit back on it. Now, here's another item. This is a mouse set. It's a whole bunch of mice in a wooden box. Now, the box looked kind of cheap or generic to me when I first looked at it. I spent some time looking at the mice. I spent, I think, $5 on this, and I was almost hesitant to do that by looking at it. Come to find out after I looked this up, it's from FAO Schwartz, the wooden box here, and I got $130 for it. So again, $5 basically into it. It doesn't look like much. They're just a bunch of plush little mices. They're cheap. They're from the 70s or so. Somebody was very happy to get this. And they also spent another $25 to have it shipped. It's a big, heavy wooden box. Now, this next one's a parlor card, a cabinet card, or a CDV card, whichever you may want to call it. And this is a bird's eye view of San Francisco from the 1880s. I paid, I think, $2 for this one here. It's a nice actual image. It's a sepia tone image. In fact, let's zoom in a little bit here, and you can see the image itself. In fact, let's go over this way here. So it's just a mounted photo on a card. It has a nice maker's name on the back, which is a known company, known manufacturer of photos as well. I took $175 for it. It's been out maybe 3 or 4 weeks. It's about average for most of these cards. Not sure what something like this would go for. I did put a little higher price on it. I did base that on other items that I found. So $2, I'm getting a profit of over $150 on this image. It's just a photo. That's all it is. Paper labels is another area that I do extremely well. This one I took 42 and some change, I think, plus shipping on this. This person bought a couple other labels as well. It's someone who's bought labels from me for a very long time. This is for the Missouri Pacific and Iron Mountain route. It's a railroad label. It would have went on luggage or something like that. Maybe even on an envelope advertising for them. So again, huge profit. I have pennies, literally like a nickel into this. I bought a whole bunch, hundreds of these from a collector quite some time ago, and we've been selling a couple here, a couple there ever since. We've long since made a massive profit on this. So at this point, I really don't have anything actually invested into it. So almost all of that less eBay fees are profit. Now, sheet music's another one that I make a ton of money on. Now, this sheet music here, I didn't pay a darn dime for. All I have into this is some gas and probably an hour and a half or a little better in time. And I got thousands of good sheet musics from this one. Did sell for what you see. This one's been up for a little while. One person bought 3, and I had a whole bunch of other people buy sheet music. Winter months are usually the best for this because this is when people are sitting in the house and they're practicing piano or whatever they may play. This is an early turn of the century 1912 sheet music. This one did go for $24.15. The person who bought it's from Canada. They spent almost $24 to ship it to them as well. Now this one came from a big lot. I may have a nickel or a quarter into this sheet here. Now this one may be long tail, of course. Many sheet musics may be, but we always sell a bunch when we list a large lot of them right away, so we usually make a ton of money off of them right away, and then it's all passive income. And yet another one, $15. This one sold because of the artwork, the girl, the looks of it. It's got a crescent moon. This is another one of those free ones. I didn't pay a dime for this. Here's another one. This one was free as well. Now this has our bin, our storage location in it. Everything with an M in front of it came from the same free haul. I didn't pay a dime for this one either. $24.15. And another free one here, $13.99. All profit, less eBay fees. We've sold hundreds of sheet musics from this purchase here. We've made a ton of money. We have nothing invested into it, again, as I said, other than time and some gas. Now, we sell records all the time. This is one of those earlier ones. It's a one-sided disc. There's nothing on the other side of it. No grooves, no nothing. It's flat on the back. A lot of people won't mess with these earlier ones, so I usually can get them for a quarter, like this one here. Most people assume these are too old, there's no value, they can't be played. All of that is wrong information. They sell extremely well. And this one did go for my list price, plus they paid for shipping. We can purchase these early Victor records like this all the time for almost nothing. Far too many people assume there isn't a value in these for many different reasons, but we always do phenomenally well with these. Photos as well I do extremely well with. Usually we buy them in big bulk lots from, say, a magazine that went under, a local newspaper, or something along that line. I have pennies into this one here. I've sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds from this purchase here. These are all from a CBS location that we were able to shop out and get a massive haul on 8x10s. This one did sell for $24.15. It's Jim Belushi and Michael Keaton in working stiffs. Now, buttons we sell a ton of. I sell them every single day of the week, day in and day out. I have pennies into any button I have up in my store. And in fact, at this point, we've made tens of thousands of dollars off of uniform buttons. Nothing more than uniform buttons. This one here sold for $75 plus shipping. Very happy with that. This is a small cuff-sized button from the 1830s. I do believe it's a Spanish artillery button. Here's another one again. Pennies into this one as well. It sold for $70 plus shipping. This one I believe went overseas and they spent almost $15 to mail it as well. So the vast majority on this item, just like every other item I've shown you, is just profit. Once it's listed, all of my labor, all of my time is already done. I don't have to worry. It can sit till it sells. They routinely sell on a daily basis these sorts of things. We do awesome in tickets as well. This is an early ticket from the 1894 California Exposition. I took $68.50 for this. This cost me a whole whopping $1. It was mixed in with postcards. It's just a little smaller than the postcards. Now, price-wise, this is the second highest one that has ever sold. All of the rest, and there's a whole bunch of these, were all way, way under what I sold mine for. Now, greeting cards I do phenomenally well with also. This is a Victorian Christmas card with birds in the middle of winter on it. It's in excellent condition. It's 1879. It's even dated on this one here. It has a little issues here and there, but still the artwork is just phenomenal. We got $25 plus shipping on this one. I paid a whopping $1 for this one also, mixed in with some postcards. We bought a bunch of different greeting cards at the same time, as well as postcards. At this point, we've made hundreds and hundreds of dollars of profit off of this bulk purchase as well. And lastly is a U.S. Navy ship's newspaper. This was printed on the USS Texas in 1931. It's 2 sheets of paper that open up, 4 basic pages total in this, and I took $22.50 plus shipping. Now, I've sold, I think, 7 or 8 of these. I had a stack of these at one time. We sold a bunch right off the bat. We had some ones that were advertising wrestling from the Navy ships from the exact same purchase as well. Those netted us $275 also. I have $15 into the entire purchase, so at this point, we've made hundreds of dollars of profit. This is all profit here. I have nothing into this whatsoever at this point. The point of this video, though, is the cost of the items. You have to be able to keep your costs down to get the most amount of profit you can. This is all about profit. If you're spending $10 to make $2, you're not smart shopping, and you should honestly dig in and find some better items. We don't pay much at all for any of these sorts of things. The value is there as well. We've centered in on items that we can get in bulk for almost nothing that still garner us a darn good amount of profit. The vast majority of everything I showed you today is just profit. Well, there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit that like button down below. You can also hit the bell icon to be notified if I post new content or go live. Subscribe and tell all your friends.
Atari brings the computer age home.
Gotta run, gotta go!
Late again, huh, Dad?
With an Atari home computer,
Have a nice day at the office.
you can easily work at home or open your home to a world of possibilities. In fact, the hardest part about owning an Atari home computer isn't how to use it, but who gets to use it.
Lock it closed, Dad. Mind if I do my work?
Hey, no problem.
Atari home computers, we brought the computer age home.